Morning guys, welcome to Finding Zen Through Art. I'm Aaron. I'm actually an artist, a Zen artist from Sibu. I'm not doing this part-time. This is more of a hobby, and the reason why we do Zen art is so that we learn how to use art to express ourselves, and through our stress maybe try to relieve it a little bit. And it's a very simple process. And today what I'm going to demonstrate here is actually what we call Zendala. So Zendala comes from two types of artwork. One is from the Zentangle, which is a methodology to use art as a therapy, where we draw simple patterns. And the whole idea about Zentangle is you do not think about the entire process, you just draw freely. And then another artwork that comes from the word Zendala is mandala. So mandala is actually a geometric form of art. Usually we can find this in Indian art. So today we are going to try to explore these two. So it's actually a very simple process, and all the equipments that you need are here on the table. Firstly, you will need pencils. I would prefer HB, or in this case 2H, and we need of course the eraser, a ruler, a compass, especially when we are coming to drawing circles, and also pens. What I would prefer to use is this felt pen. This pen that I'm showing you is Artline. It's by Artline. It can range from 0.05 to 0.8 or even 1. The main difference is that this Artline pen is water-based and is especially water resistant. So that means it doesn't smudge when you get water on it. I would prefer using, I would recommend this for all artists or those who want to try Zendala, because we don't want your artwork to get destroyed, especially when you have drinks around you. There are many other brands. We also have Micron. We have Micron pens, and also we have Stedler. You can also find Faber-Castells and Unipins as well. So today I'm just going to use the Artline pens. If you need a mechanical pencil, you bring a mechanical pencil, sharpener if you need to sharpen your pencils, etc. So we are just gonna begin. I usually begin with a very simple process. I know Zentangle is not supposed to be planned, but I love to do a little bit of sketching and planning on maybe what I'm planning to do, and then maybe certain type of patterns that I'm going to explore today. You can actually find all these how to draw certain patterns for free. I'm gonna put the link maybe somewhere here on what is the website that you can go to learn all these free patterns. And also I'm also going to incorporate some of the Sarawak motifs as well. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you also to Pustaka once more for giving me the opportunity to present my art style and my artwork in this social media. So let's begin. So first things first, we are going to start off with a sample on how do we segment our circles. So first draw a circle and then set a point, and this will become sort of your middle point, and from there we are gonna try to create 4 sides. So what you want to do is, because it depends on how many segments you want to draw, this is the most basic. You go for 2, 4, 6, 8. If you want to draw a certain amount of different segments, like odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, then you have to calculate a little bit differently and maybe use a protractor. In this case, because we are using even numbers, I don't have to use a protractor. I will just have to segment it into 2, then 4, then 6, and then 8. So in a way, it's just going back to our school textbooks, our mathematics textbooks, and see how can we use a compass to segment uh, a circle. So here I'm just segmenting more and more, more and more detailed, getting more and more segments in, so I can, as I go further up, I can draw more and more patterns inside. So yeah, so depends on yourself. If you are stressed, you might feel like you want to draw bigger segments, or if you are stressed, you might draw more detail like I do. So these are the basic segmentations. Then you can draw more and more circles. So what we call here is just a frame for you to fill in the patterns. So this is the basic of a mandala. So for the Zentangle parts, I am just adding the patterns inside the segments that I've created. So this is just the basis of what I do for a Zendala. So here are the patterns that I am gonna use today. It's actually very simple, from circles to swirls and princess. These are all the patterns that you can find from tanglepattern.com, the link that I've showed earlier. So these are some of the planned sort of patterns that I plan to use in the drawing that I'm gonna create today. So there are actually a lot of patterns out there that you can try from tanglepatterns.com. Don't be afraid to try out the harder patterns. It may seem difficult at first, but as you draw along, you learn that it will get easier. So let's just draw one stroke at a time. We are all here to just enjoy the process and practice, practice, practice. So I was invited by Pustaka Sarawak, Sibu, to come up with an artwork to represent Sibu in my own art style. So here you can see I am just taking a pencil and a compass and drawing the outlines and the form that I want to create, which you saw in the sketches before. So it's more of a trial and error. So it's just testing out and trying all the configuration with pencil first before I add in the patterns. So after adjusting the configurations and making some final adjustments, I will start off with a pen in my compass and start to ink the outline before I add in the patterns. So here is what I like to do usually when I do an art piece like this. I will usually turn on some music. It can be any kind of music that I am in a mood for. I tend to listen to rock music, or I can even listen to some classical music when I'm drawing. The whole idea of using music is to just clear my mind so that I can focus and really just try to drift away and just let your mind flow while creating your artwork. Zendala like this would take some time to create. Um, Usually it would take me from smaller pieces or from 6 hours to sometimes a few days just to complete the artwork. Of course, it's not sitting down for 12 hours at a time drawing this. A lot of the time is during the weekdays after work, coming home, sitting down for an hour or two just to distress by just drawing some patterns. The whole process is not to think too much about how am I going to do this, am I going to complete this. The end product is supposed to be that I'm feeling relaxed, I'm enjoying this. It is not something that is forced upon me, but it's something that I want to do and I feel good doing it. One of the advice that I will give is to know your limits. So if you reach to a point where you feel that you are too tired to draw, stop, take a rest, get a drink, watch a movie, listen to some other music, be with your family. Don't force yourself to continue to draw to the point that you are not enjoying it anymore. So take it one step at a time. What is said in Zentangle is one stroke at a time, one line at a time. So don't force yourself. We are reaching the end of the drawing. It's just minor touching up, and finally don't forget to sign your name after you're done. So here is the final drawing. Thank you all for watching. I do hope that I have inspired you a little to pick up your pen and try Zendala today. For more art inspiration, you can follow me on my Instagram at AaronCWL. Thank you so much for watching.